I punched an autistic child after he groped me, and now everyone hates me. Was the grope the final straw? I have known Troy since nursery school, whether it was for Americans or anyone else, and he has always been a baby. It was his autism that defined him. I am unsure of the reason, but he has always had a crush on me. I delicately rejected him on numerous occasions, but he never accepted no as an answer. As we grew older, his condition deteriorated, and he began to remark on my chest, requesting to touch and see it. His companions were persistent in their attempts to persuade me to demonstrate his capabilities, as no one was willing to provide him with an opportunity. Additionally, in the 6th grade of his 7th year, he began harassing me sexually. I informed the instructors, but they continued to maintain that his autism did not enhance his knowledge. It was solely my fault. He would become envious when I was in the company of another man, causing him to have tantrums. I was able to avoid getting into trouble because I was aware of the distress he would experience. It was as though my sole purpose was to be his, and I was not permitted to be my own person. The groping persisted, and despite my repeated requests to cease, he did not listen. I recall crying on the floor, and the teachers simply stated that his autism was the cause of his behavior, and that I was being a good person by caring for him. I am unable to articulate the extent of the pain I experienced as a result of his groping. He repeatedly grabbed my bosom and buttocks, causing me severe discomfort. This behavior persisted for 4 years, during which time I served as his carer, companion, and closest friend. Eventually, I was unable to endure the heat any longer. I was wearing a skirt when he reached up and touched my butt. Unfortunately, I lost my composure and punched him in the nose, resulting in a broken nose. I am now being placed in isolation for 2 months for bullying a 16-year-old autistic boy. Despite his age, he behaves normally around his friends and treats everyone else with respect. As a result, everyone has developed feelings of animosity towards me. I have received death threats and have been told that he should have behaved differently. I am now feeling as though I should have been more empathetic or accepting the situation. I am not despising autistic individuals. He is not a representative of them. He is simply an awful person. Troy is an absolutely repulsive individual. I am grateful for the opportunity to express my feelings. Hello, everyone. I was not anticipating the level of attention you have shown me. I am grateful for the validation you have provided, as it has provided me with necessary context. His parents are prominent members of our community. His father is a 3rd-generation Army veteran, and his mother is renowned for consistently organizing events for children, such as the summer fairs. She's also a member of the school board and has a close relationship with the upper echelons of society. This is the reason why this incident occurred. I was not technically his caretaker, as I was not responsible for his food, clothing, or hygiene. I was simply his friend. His father has a long-standing relationship with the police station, which is another reason why they did not take action or simply took a statement and dismissed him as mentally disabled. This is simply a disgusting place. Police officers have previously essayed numerous women. However, they are regrettably released onto a semi-update. Initially, my parents will investigate the availability of attorneys. We were unable to afford one, and I was always too apprehensive to seek one. I suspect that my neglect had led me to believe that no one would believe me. However, my other relatives have expressed their willingness to contribute to the cost of a competent attorney. In the interim, my parents removed me from school, and I will be staying with my grandmother to recuperate. Additionally, my aunt will be covering the cost of my therapy, which is much needed. I am extremely grateful for your kind words. I trust that you will all awaken to a greater amount of money in your bank accounts than you anticipated. Hello, everyone. I was not anticipating that this narrative would be shared on TikTok at such a rapid pace. I would like to express my gratitude once more for your kind words, and I am extremely grateful to those who have been contacting me. Your support means a great deal to me. I would also like to emphasize that this is a temporary account, and I am committed to maintaining my anonymity. However, I am extremely grateful for the kind words and comments. Thank you all once again. I came to the realization that I was never in the wrong, and that I am a person. Thank you sincerely. I wish you all have the most incredible days ever. Relevant comments from OOP Comment 1. Is the child cognitively challenged? No. He has mild autism, if that makes sense. He's actually quite social with others, but not with me. IG Comment 2. I would involve law enforcement. OP. We attempted to do so, but they simply did not care. He has a mental impairment. My parents made a sincere effort to take action. However, they are convinced that the majority is correct when everyone defends him. I mean, when I typically share this story, people assume that I harbor animosity towards autistic individuals. However, this is not the case, as autistic individuals do not engage in the behaviors that are associated with assault. The term autism is used to refer to sexual assaulters. Firstly, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to each of you for your generous messages and kind remarks. Your words were deeply meaningful to me, and I am grateful for your encouragement and affirmation. Additionally, I intended to provide a comprehensive explanation of the situation. I trust that you will all awaken to a more substantial balance in your bank accounts. I heard someone on TikTok say this and thought it would be a kind gesture, as some individuals had questioned it in my messages. Nevertheless, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you once more. Before this update commences, I would like to clarify that this all took place approximately 2 weeks ago. I have recently reached my breaking point and felt the need to vent, which is why the update may be imminent. While this will not be the ultimate update, it is an update. I would also like to address the matter with my parents. Regrettably, my parents are from a country where such behavior is commonplace. Additionally, I bear some responsibility for my silence, as I failed to voice my concerns. Despite their efforts to assist me, they were unable to provide the necessary support. I am grateful for their efforts, but I will still need time to recover. Additionally, my entire family had to express their disappointment. Therefore, I have decided to spend some time apart from them. After my parents learned that I had been involved in a serious incident due to Troy, they decided it was time to remove me from the school. I am scheduled to begin my new school in 2 weeks. Additionally, I have been attempting to establish myself at my grandmother's residence, as I needed a fresh start with new people. To be honest, I have never felt so liberated. I have been forced to endure that torment for years, and now I can enjoy the pleasure of walking home without encountering him or bumping into him. I am feeling great. Moving on to the more serious matters, my family has decided to hire a lawyer and are currently in the process of filing a lawsuit against all parties involved. My grandmother also attempted to negotiate with the school's board regarding the nepotism that was allowing other females to be harassed. She referred to all of the teachers as a disgrace for endangering not only me but also other individuals. And she stated that none of the teachers who permitted this behavior should be allowed to enter a school. Additionally, this experience has not been entirely rosy. My parents received letters and communications after the petition was filed, essentially requesting that the case be dismissed. Despite their refusal to do so, the harassment continued. I was eventually harassed by all of the individuals who were issuing me death threats. They decided to provide a graphic account of Troy's intentions towards me, which was not favorable. Troy's parents arrived at my doorstep, demanding to speak with me and to discuss Troy's willingness to apologize. Fortunately, my uncle and I were already on our way at that time. Troy and his friends tried to come to my grandma's house, but my parents wouldn't let them in and told them any communication had to go through a lawyer. The harassment didn't stop, and Troy sent me a message from a burner account, detailing all the things he'd do if he got the chance and saying I should be grateful I got away with just groping. He called me names and kept saying I should be thankful someone as popular as him even noticed me. He said if I just slept with him, he wouldn't have groped me. But I knew if I gave in, I'd lose myself and become his property forever. Just the thought of it makes me sick. His logic didn't even make sense. I saved the messages as evidence and blocked him. I also asked my parents to help me change my number, which they did. My grandma, being who she is, decided that wasn't enough and got me a whole new phone, saying it was her way of compensating me for the trauma. Thanks, Grandma. I'm starting therapy the day after tomorrow and hoping to begin family therapy in August. I'm not even sure if I'm mad at my parents or if I should be. Maybe it's my fault for not speaking up sooner. That's all I have for now. The lawsuit will be another process, and I'll update if I remember. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. I hope this update is clear enough, and sorry if it's not. You've made it this far. Now move on to story 2. My autistic brother spent over $400 of my hard-earned money on Lego, and my mum doesn't mind. I'm 14 years old and have a 16-year-old brother who has autism. I can't stand it anymore. Before you jump to conclusions, let me clear this up. He's not like the autistic people you see on TV or online. He's a perfectly normal, smart person who gets angry when he doesn't get what he wants, and his brain doesn't get toilet messages. He regularly pisses and shits himself. These things only happen at home. He doesn't have problems with accidents in his pants anywhere else. What happened today made me so angry that I had to write this. To put it in perspective, this is how things usually go. When I woke up, he was on my bed hitting me over and over. My parents were downstairs making breakfast and didn't hear him, so I yelled for my mum. She came upstairs and got him off of me by giving him chocolate. Then she yelled at me for yelling at her and took away my electronics for an hour. When I got home from school, everything was fine. I do my homework and play Xbox. After about 30 minutes of Xbox, he hits me over and over again, so I had to call my mum. She praised him again for stopping, then scolded me and took away my electronics for the rest of the day. I'm writing this on the phone a friend gave me and hides under my bed because it's the only time I can use technology, reminding you that this happens every day and has for at least 5 years. But today was even worse. He saw a Lego set he wanted and beat me up until he got it. I yelled for my mum, but this time she did something different. She let him order all the Lego he wanted from my debit card. I've been saving money for 2 years by doing my paper round to buy a PC, and he just wasted $400 on Lego. I hate this. I hate my life, and it feels like I'm only living to suffer. This post is just me venting, and I don't care. Is there anything I can do about this? I'm a minor in the UK, if that helps. Oh, I didn't think anyone would care. 2,000 votes for this. You guys are crazy. I didn't think anyone would care, but it turns out you do. I'm making this report to answer some of your questions and go over my next steps once more. Thanks so much for all the support. First, I want to say thank you for all the support on the first post and all the useful suggestions in the comments. I wanted to answer every message, but there are too many for me to do that. I do read them all, though. Second, I want to do a quick FAQ because a lot of people are asking the same thing. Go live with another family member. Tell another family member that they all live more than 100 miles away, and don't believe that it's real. You can get your money back because you have the card, but I need a legal guardian to go with me to the bank to do that. Finally, hit him back. He is a strong 16-year-old, and I'm a weak 5'11" 14-year-old. He would hurt me more because he would fight back harder, and my mum would punish me more than the people who have offered me money in private messages and comments. Thank you all so much for your offers, but I'm not going to take any because I've learned that the assault is much worse than the money in the end. Now let me explain my plan. After reading a huge number of comments, I've decided that the best thing to do is to sneak out of school on Wednesday and go to the police station to show them the video proof I've collected and the bruises on my arms again. Thank you all so much for your help. Please let me know if this is the right thing to do or if there's a better one. I just saw 3 videos of this story on TikTok in a row. That's crazy. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell to stay up to date on more shocking real-life events happening near you.